We here at the South African Journey, we are the very opposite of Pan-Africanism. We reject and dismisses Pan-Africanism. One thing we say with full authority is that South Africa is not just for Black people. Full stop. Let's stop lying to ourselves. South Africa is not only for Black people. It never was. And it never will be. Before the Zulus came down, before the Xhosas arrived, before the Sodas, before the whites landed on the coast, there were already people living here, the Khoi and San. And guess what? They were not Black. They don't call themselves African. They don't say they are Black. They are their own people. They say who they are, and what they say about themselves is that they are not Black. That is what they say themselves. The first people of this land, they say that they are not Black. Are you going to force and compel them to say they are Black when they say they are not? They are the native original people of this land, and they say they are not Black. So how do you cry about white people forcing things on you? Then you turn around and you want force your label on the Khoi and San. You want to tell them who they are? Who gave you that right? Let's be honest, you do not belong here. Black South Africans also came here from the north, walking down in big groups. You didn't fall from the sky. You settled here as a settler like others. You migrated just like others. So stop acting like you own this place alone. And you say, whites must go? Then maybe you must go too. Fair is fair. South Africa is not a Black country. It is a mixed up, colorful country. It's got Indian roots, white roots, colored roots, Cape Malay, Greek, Chinese, African, and yes, Khoi and San. That's what makes it special. That's what makes it strong. That's what makes it home. You cry, Africa for Africans. Okay, go to Tunisia or Egypt and try to say that there. You'll feel more lost than you do in London. They may even kill you to say Africa is for Africans. Do you see? North Africa is not for Africans only, is South Africa is not for Africans. So stop the noise. Stop the nonsense. South Africa belongs to South Africans, whites, Indian, and so on. Not for one race, not for one language, not for the Bantu. Let's grow up. Stop being children. Enough. This land is not for you alone. Get used to it. We're not here to babysit myths. We're here to drop truth like thunder. South Africa is totally different from all African countries. South is the land, a country of universal human being. Yes, universal human being.
The concept of a universal human being explores the fundamental aspects that unite all members of the human species, transcending cultural, social, and individual differences. It delves into the shared characteristics, values, and capacities that define what it means to be human. This idea can be examined from various perspectives, philosophical and ethical perspectives. From a philosophical standpoint, the concept often grapples with the essence of human nature. Are there inherent qualities, or a shared human spirit that binds us together? Ethical frameworks, particularly those emphasizing universal human rights, posit that certain moral principles and entitlements apply to all individuals simply by virtue of their humanity. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights, for instance, asserts the inherent dignity and equal rights of all members of the human family. Psychological perspectives. Psychology explores universal human traits and needs. Research suggests that despite cultural variations, humans share fundamental needs such as belonging, love, purpose, and self-expression. Basic emotions like joy, sadness, anger, fear, surprise, and disgust are also often considered universal, although their expression may vary culturally. Furthermore, cognitive abilities like problem-solving, memory, and language acquisition are fundamental to the human experience. Anthropological perspectives. Anthropology identifies cultural universals, which are elements, patterns, traits, or institutions common to all known human cultures. These can include social structures like family, communication through language, systems of belief, and practices like rituals and art. While the specific manifestations of these universals differ vastly across cultures, their underlying presence suggests shared human capacities and responses to the fundamental challenges of life. Spiritual and religious perspectives. Many spiritual and religious traditions emphasize the interconnectedness of humanity and the presence of a universal spirit or essence within each individual. Concepts like the divine spark or the inherent worth of every soul underscore a shared humanity that transcends superficial differences. Biological perspectives. From a biological viewpoint, all humans share a common genetic heritage. This shared biology underpins many of our universal physiological needs and capacities. While genetic variations exist between individuals and populations, the fundamental biological makeup of Homo sapiens is consistent. challenges, and nuances. Defining a universal human being is not without its challenges. Critics point to the vast diversity of human experience and the potential for such concepts to be used to marginalize or ignore differences. It's crucial to acknowledge that while certain aspects may be universal, their expression and interpretation are profoundly shaped by culture and individual experience. Therefore, discussions about universal human beings must navigate the tension between identifying shared commonalities and respecting the richness of human diversity. In conclusion, the concept of a universal human being highlights the fundamental similarities that bind us together as a species. While the specific expressions of these shared aspects vary across cultures and individuals, recognizing these common threads can foster a greater sense of understanding, empathy, and solidarity within the human family.